Hey, JJ Peller here. I want to share with you briefly this idea of energy and what it means.
Hey, no, no, no. Hey, no, no, no. Hey, no, no.
Now, hold with me for a moment because I'm sure you've heard about energy before and you've got to have energy and show up with energy, and that's great. But the thing I really want to share with you today in this video is the reality of energy. It's not some esoteric, mystical, magical thing that we say, show up with energy, and you're like, oh, how do I show up with energy? Literally, our bodies are made up mostly of energy. Matter and energy is what create. If you break our bodies down into organs and then into cells and break those cells down even further, what you find is our bodies are made up mostly of energy. And I learned that by reading this book, Becoming Supernatural, by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's been fascinating. I highly recommend it just to get an interesting perspective on the mind and thoughts in the human body. The thing I'm really taking away, and something I've known before but really haven't deeply understood, is this concept of how our hearts and our brains and our entire bodies literally create a field of electromagnetism around us. Our bodies create magnets. We are a magnet. Now the question is, how strong is your magnet? And the reason many people are attracted to energy, or you see these charismatic people out there, or you see people on social media and you feel like they're high energy and you're attracted to that energy and you want a part of that energy, is because of that fact again, that the human body is made up primarily of energy. So the fact here is, if we're made up of energy, what then must we do to create more of it or experience more of our natural energy so that we can achieve at higher levels, so we can have better relationships, so we can feel more of those great emotions that we want, and honestly, create better results faster in our life, whether it's professionally, personally, in those relationships that we have at home, in our community, or if we want to just do better in our career. Energy can help us perform at higher levels. Now, again, I know that's not a new concept, but maybe this concept is something you haven't heard of before. This idea that literally our bodies are fields of energy and creating fields of energy in us and all around us. And in many cases, that's exactly how we're actually connecting with other human beings. So, if you've ever been to an event, you've gone to a networking event or an event in the community or an event for work, and somebody walks in, or you see somebody, or maybe even literally feel somebody and then see somebody, and you think to yourself, my gosh, I can sense that person's energy from here. Wow, that person's really showing up with a ton of energy. It's not just some random concept, it's an actual thing that you're feeling. You literally probably, as you pass by that person, can feel his or her energy. Now the question is, do you want to experience more of that kind of energy? And as an example, the reason you might potentially want to experience more of that fullness of the energy you have as a human is when you have that energy, you can do more. You can break through challenges faster. You can find a way quicker because you're experiencing these great emotions: joy, passion, excitement, playfulness, fun, gratitude, appreciation. These are the emotions and the energetic levels that allow us to attract people and opportunities into our lives. And, maybe you've seen the movie or read the book, The Secret, and you hear about all these people talking about law of attraction and, oh, just think it and it'll come into your life. It'll manifest for you. And I know a lot of that seems woo-woo, right? I've been in that position where I'm like, yeah, right. Sure it does. Sure it'll just show up. But the truth is, we absolutely can attract opportunities into our lives by attracting the right people into our lives. And we can attract the right people into our lives by having the right energy, by creating and emitting the right energy in our lives. Because again, if you think of a magnet literally is attracting things to it. It's attracting the things that it's looking for and wanting to create. And again, I'm not here to talk about law of attraction. I'm here just to share this brief idea that our bodies literally, I'm not making this up. This is not woo-woo. This is not just some self-help personal growth concept that maybe if you take it on, you'll achieve. What I'm sharing with you is scientific fact that you can look up. It's not something I'm going to dive into in terms of the scientific side of things, but it's factual. Our bodies are made of energy. We create this electromagnetic field around us, and that can either attract opportunities to us strongly or impotently. The question is, which do you want? Now, if you're on the side of the fence where you're like, I'm all in, I want more energy, I want to create more energy in my life, the way that we can do that is with our thoughts. Because think about this. When you have a single thought, that thought literally creates thousands, or at least, very least hundreds of chemical reactions in your brain and in your body. And as those chemical reactions occur, you start to create that electromagnetic field. And when you have those chemical reactions occur, you then also have emotions because of those thoughts, right? Those emotions come from those chemical reactions. And as you have emotions, you start then to have more thoughts and then more chemical reactions. So you find out that you're actually always in this thinking, feeling loop. And if we're constantly in this thinking, feeling loop, we are constantly feeling the emotions that we're thinking and thinking about the emotions that we're feeling. And that is creating the electricity and the electromagnetic field in us and around us, in our hearts, our brains, and our entire body. So if you're following along with me here, essentially, your thoughts create your energy. Our thoughts create our energy. So if we want to have extraordinary energy in our life, we have to think extraordinary thoughts. And the kinds of thoughts I'm talking about are anything along the lines of thoughts of joy, happiness, appreciation, gratitude, excitement, passion. Any of these energies that you typically associate with feeling good and being high energy. And when you see somebody who appears to be high energy to you, think about this and maybe answer this for yourself right now if you're willing to. What emotions populate for you? What do you feel? And how are you thinking about that person's emotions? What I'd offer to you is most of us, most people that are walking around are not taking the intentional time to think about what emotions they're actually creating, to think about the thoughts I'm thinking in my mind are creating these chemical reactions that make my feelings, that then make me think about my feelings, that create more chemical reactions, and we stay on this loop forever and ever until we interrupt it with intentionality. So if you're willing to take this step today, I'd offer that you can drastically change the way you show up by the way you think. By drastically changing the way you think, by interrupting your thought patterns on a more regular basis and taking conscientious, intentional control of the thoughts you have so that you're controlling your emotions and your emotional state on a more regular, consistent basis so that you have the experiences that you want, the emotions that you want that can help you to show up with more passion, intensity, joy, fun, excitement in life so you can have better relationships, start thinking your way into those states of being. I know it sounds overly simplistic, but maybe this is just a reminder that you needed, the reminder that you needed to really take control of your thoughts and start thinking yourself into this thinking, feeling loop that starts to elevate your emotions and your feelings and the way you show up instead of just hoping that you show up with more energy, more excitement, more passion with the emotions that truly bring you alive in your life, that truly allow you to connect better with every single person that you meet. I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know, what are your thoughts on your thoughts turning into your physical reality, to your emotions and feelings and the way you show up. And this idea, this concept, this truth of your literal energetic field that's created around you with the thoughts that you think. I'd love for you to carry on with this and try it out in your own life and let me know how it works. And let me know what shows up for you, what challenges you have, and what great breakthroughs that maybe you've experienced because you've made the intentional choice to create better thoughts, which lead to better feelings, better emotions, better energy, and better results. I hope you'll stay tuned for even more of these videos because I love sharing thoughts and perspectives with you. Again, I'm JJ Peller, and please subscribe and come back for more at any point in time. Would love to hear from you in the comments below. Stay tuned, my friend, and until next time, have fun and be awesome.